Mosquitoes have been a real pain for just about everyone out there. And with me living in Florida, I've tried everything: citronella candles, mosquito spray, bug spray, mosquito fogger, tiki torches with citronella, the mosquito repellent bracelets, those tennis racket zappers. And I even have an old school bug zapper that electrocutes the hell out of anything. But all this stuff doesn't seem to hold a candle to this new gadget I came across that appears to be coming out soon. Check this out. This is from New Atlas. Laser wielding device is like an anti-aircraft system for mosquitoes. This was just published, when was this? Yesterday. And I'll just go straight into it. Anyway, this is the device right here. It's supposed to shoot a laser out. It uses a technology called LiDAR, and it scans your backyard with a laser. It tracks movement. As long as the mosquito is flying at something like 3 miles an hour or slower, it'll detect the mosquito with this laser that's constantly bouncing around your yard constantly. As soon as it detects a mosquito, it'll release a secondary laser that just zaps it right out of the air and drops dead just like that. And apparently it does it within a tiny fraction of a second after it detects movement of a mosquito. It's absolutely wild. So anyway, while we may still not have flying cars, robot butlers, or food replicators actually in our possession, you can now order something else that you may have long dreamt of. It's called the Photon Matrix, and it uses lasers to track and kill airborne mosquitoes. Dude, I want one of these so bad. Currently the subject of an Indiegogo campaign, the Chinese-designed device is claimed to be capable of detecting a mosquito and gauging its distance, orientation, and body size within just 3 milliseconds, like a tiny, tiny fraction of a second. It does so using a LiDAR system, which is light detection and ranging module, which determines the locations of objects by emitting laser light pulses, then measuring how long it takes that laser light to be reflected back by whatever it hits. When a mosquito is detected in this fashion, a second galvanometer directed laser is instantaneously used to fatally zap the insect. It should be noted that mosquitoes won't be detected if they're flying any faster than 1 meter per second. Okay, 3.3 feet per second, not, I don't know, mile an hour or whatever. Anyway, for this reason, the device isn't ideal for use on speedier pest insects such as houseflies. So it's not going to be able to zap houseflies because they fly too quick. The basic edition model of the Photon Matrix has a 90-degree, 3-meter scanning/killing range, which is boosted to 6 meters in the Pro version. I mean, full stop. The 3-meter thing, when it comes to the backyard, I mean, we're talking not even 10 feet. That would cover maybe a very tiny back porch. If you have like an apartment or something, I mean, it would take care of that. So the basic edition, in my opinion, is it's just going to be a complete waste of money unless you want to set one up like in front of your front door. I mean, if you want to keep mosquitoes from flying into your house, if you have that problem, I could totally see it working like that. It's like a Ring doorbell, but for killing mosquitoes. But yeah, the Pro version, 19.7 feet, honestly, that's really not that much either. If you're talking a backyard, your average backyard, which measures like what? Maybe like 25 by 50 feet, something like that. So this thing, it may have quite a ways to go before they're building these that are going to have any reasonable application to most people's backyards. But if you do have a small backyard, or if you have just a little gathering area, like just on your back porch or whatever, if you're trying to do like a cookout or whatever, or at least eat on your back porch, it'll take care of that. I mean, that small space where you're eating, I could definitely see it working for that. But as far as setting one up on your fence, like it advertised at the top, like this picture here, it makes it look like it's going to scan the entire yard, no matter what distance that the mosquito is, but that's not the case at all. It's only going to be able to take out mosquitoes at a fairly close distance. But anyway, I wanted to say that right up front because that's kind of important. But anyway, both models are claimed to be capable of dispatching up to 30 mosquitoes per second. And yes, they even work in pitch black bedrooms. Oh, bedrooms. All right. Yeah. So if you're in like, I don't know, in a more developing country or something like that, or if you just don't believe in air conditioning and you live in a mosquito-prone area and you just want to sleep with your windows open, I can see how mosquitoes could be a problem, especially up in Canada. A lot of people don't realize it, and I've never been to Canada, but I've seen the videos. I've seen it. Mosquitoes are an absolute plague up in Canada during the summertime. It is insane. Actual clouds of mosquitoes that look so thick they could probably block out the sun. It is absolutely nuts. I've seen a couple of videos where people go camping up there, and it's a plague. It's an absolute plague, man. I thought they were bad in Florida, but they don't hold a candle to how bad they can get up north, especially up in parts of Canada. I'm assuming it's because there's just thousands and thousands of ponds and lakes and just still bodies of water up there. I mean, that's all I could think of. But all right, anyway, where the hell was I? Importantly, yeah, here we go. Importantly, the device additionally uses millimeter wave radar to scan its field of view for larger objects such as people and pets. If any of these are detected, its mosquito zapper laser will not fire. Power is supplied via a wall outlet or by an optional rechargeable power bank. One charge of the latter should be good for either 8 or 16 hours of use, depending on which of the two models is selected. I mean, you got to go with the Pro version for sure. Mind you, this is not the first time this idea has been promoted. Oh, wait a minute. A camper, travel camper, or even a travel trailer or an RV, if you're going camping, this would be a perfect thing to use for that, like where your eating area is, or if you want to mount one up by where your door is, because I'm sure mosquitoes fly in and out, or they try to fly in all the time, just following you around because it's trying to suck your blood. So I could see mosquitoes getting into RVs and campers all the time, even your tent. You put one of these things out in front of your tent. That would be so dope. But anyway, mind you, this is the first time that this idea has not been promoted. The concept of a laser-based mosquito defense system took off back in 2007 when astrophysicist Lowell Wood, one of the architects of the USA's famous Reagan-era Star Wars Missile Defense Initiative, raised the idea of a smaller mosquito-targeting laser system at a Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation brainstorming session on eliminating malaria. Over the following years, prototypes were built using freely available parts from cell phones and laser printers. The device was patented and demonstrated by a company called Intellectual Ventures, which was more interested in owning the patent than making a product. By 2017, despite a demo at TED, the prototype was still not safe for human eyes. Perhaps optical tracking, LiDAR, and laser targeting systems have evolved considerably since then. The team promoting the Photon Matrix product claims it incorporates mandatory safety certification requirements into its design, but it's unclear exactly what standards it might meet or whether they're Chinese or international standards. Probably Chinese. I mean, it's being developed by the Chinese, so I'm assuming it's probably going to be by their standards. But it's going to have to depend on who they want to sell it to. I mean, they've got to have a higher standard if they're going to want to sell it probably out in the West. So anyway, when they say, quote, the team, end quote, we mean one, Jim Wong from Shenzhou. There isn't a company name attached at this stage. There is also Mr. Wong's first and only Indiegogo project on record, so a healthy dose of skepticism is warranted before you slap a pledge down. But assuming the Photon Matrix does reach production, a pledge of $468 will get you just the basic edition. And if you want the Pro, you're going to have to pay $630 for it. But the planned retail prices are going to range from $700 to $900. So you're going to get a better deal, I guess, if you end up putting down money to get one ahead of time. Anyway, you can see the technology allegedly in action in the video below, which I will play. Potential backers should note that the device is presently still in functional prototype form. So if you're looking for something that's already in production, you might want to check out the $339 Bazingo Iris. Although it doesn't kill mosquitoes, it does use a laser tracking system to highlight them for easier swatting. If it's not going to kill them, in my opinion, and this is only my opinion, there is no way I'm going to spend $340 on anything that isn't going to absolutely obliterate everything in my yard at all times. I mean, I was on the fence with buying the bug zapper I have because it cost $40, and I was really reluctant to even spend that much money on it, but I did because I like the blue light, like the old school look. It reminded me of when I was a kid when we used to have a bug zapper and that thing fired off all night long. It was like crazy and sparking like crazy. But yeah, I've got it. I don't use it very often, to be honest, but I have one, and it's hanging up in my laundry room. It's not plugged in, but whenever I want to use it, I can hang it up on the front porch or the back porch and just let it fire away. But anyway, here, let me check out this video. Let's see what this video is going to be all about here. Oh yeah, here we go. Let's rock and roll. Zap, zap, zap.
This is a genuine laser mosquito zapper.
Oh yeah. Laser mosquito. Laser.
Photon
Wait a
Matrix
minute.
is coming.
Was that CGI or was that
Advanced
legit?
LiDAR, high-speed galvanometer, and pulsed cold laser technology.
Damn,
all in
dude,
one.
that bass. Boom.
Lock on a target
That's cool,
in
though.
just 0.003 seconds and achieve up to 50,000 scans per second. Laser Mosquito
50,000 a
Zapper Home
second?
Edition Global Premiere. Effective against mosquitoes within a
Where's the
6-meter
Chinese
range.
dude? I thought this
The
was
future
China
of home
developed.
pest control is here. It only takes 0.003 seconds to calculate distance, size,
I want the Chinese dude
and
from South
angle.
Park. I want him to be reviewing this.
Watch as it burns through wings.
At City Chicken.
Can kill up
or
to
whatever the
30
hell place is called.
mosquitoes per
I
second.
can't remember.
Imagine a summer free
All right.
from bites. From gardens to campsites.
Yeah.
Photon Matrix adapts
Campsites.
to your world. Say goodbye to mosquito troubles. It provides 24-hour protection.
Come on, man.
through
In a house
peace of
like that,
mind.
you really think they got a mosquito
Set
problem?
up in seconds. Mount, power, protect. With a maximum scanning angle of 90
What if it's got a
degrees.
suction cup,
It
too?
provides comprehensive
Think
protection.
it'd be a good idea to put it on the
without
sliding
blind
glass door.
spots.
That'd be a better place to put
Indoor
it.
or outdoor. Can be placed on a desktop or installed on walls, corners, or even ceilings,
All right.
leaving mosquitoes with nowhere to hide. From backyard BBQs to lakeside fishing, Photon
Oh,
Matrix is
yeah.
uncovered.
That'd be a good idea.
A
Fishing,
20,000
man.
milliamp hours mobile power bank can supply it with continuous
Hey, you
power
could buy your own
for
power bank
8
probably
hours.
for cheaper.
Photon Matrix, cutting-edge technology, all for a more comfortable life. Can adjust to suitable angles as needed for flexible positioning. When there are no mosquitoes, no need to worry about it getting bored. Just find some small
Wow.
sponges and let it practice with them.
No way.
Safety is our top priority. When Photon Matrix detects an object larger than 2 centimeters, it will immediately stop laser firing to ensure the safety of humans, pets, and larger objects.
All right.
Millimeter wave radar assists in detecting larger moving objects within the monitoring range, including humans and common pets. If they enter the alert zone, Photon Matrix will not emit laser attacks. Customizable installation options allow you to place it in specific locations, such as elevated areas, to maximize coverage and adapt to different environments. Despite its compact size, achieving such speed, precision, and power requires an extremely powerful advanced core. 0.003 seconds. Faster than a blink, deadlier than a swipe. Silent operation, 24/7 protection.
Silent.
Sleep
Nice.
soundly, live freely. Your life, uninterrupted. Photon Matrix, not just a product, it's a new era.
All right, there you go. Nice. I mean, I've stayed in a couple of hotels where that could have been useful. There was actually one that I stayed in. They actually had they had cans of mosquito spray, like ant spray, but for mosquitoes. They had it sitting like right on the counter when I first walked into the hotel room. That was kind of wild. It was like that hot shot spray. It was a cheap hotel room, whatever. I didn't really mind. So anyway, yeah, that's it. That's the video. That's the article. It's the whole thing, the whole shebang. I think it's cool. I would get one for a hell of a lot less than that. Maybe if they start selling these things, if they can get the price point down to, for me, probably like $50. I think anything over that, I think I'm just going to have to deal with the mosquitoes. I mean, unless there's some crazy disease breakout like West Nile or, God forbid, malaria or something starts breaking out in Florida. I mean, if that were to happen, then okay, maybe I might just concede and get one just to try to, just try to keep my health in check. But anyway, yeah, that's it. That's really cool, man. The Photon Matrix. I might have to keep my eye out for this thing. And it sounded like they're already building competitions to it, so we might see one come out even sooner than this one, and it might have other competitors out there, which I kind of hope because they're going to be competing for a lower price point. So anyway, that's all I got. See you later.